Welcome back. The Big Stevie Cool 1872. It's been a while since we did a wee live stream, but you know what? People demanded this. People want it. An election day special. No, it's not quite election day. That was yesterday, but I tell you what, it's elected day. Is that a word? We can call it that because Donald J. Trump has defeated Kamala Harris. And I tell you what, we'll get into it. We'll get into people's thoughts. We'll get into everything. Of course, we're still going to talk football because that is the name of the game. But you know what? I listen to the subscribers. If people want an election stream, I'll make an election stream. I'm not going to shy away from it. You know, it was revealed in a poll. Don't know how much truth is in it, but Scotland in Europe are the country that support Donald Trump the most, 56%. I tell you what, that's a good wee number to have because Donald Trump has absolutely blasted Kamala Harris out the water. As for Glasgow Rangers, well, that's a wee bit more of a depressing topic, folks, but we'll get into it. We'll get into it very shortly. But if you want to ask it, yeah, well, there we go. MAGA, make America. I am a real American, brother, as Hulk Hogan would say. I am a real American. Yeah, tell you what, I'll be honest, troops. Did a double, as you're probably aware if you watched Fog football last night. 100 quid on Leipzig and Donald Trump. Leipzig let the side down. Anyway, Celtic were good. Celtic were great last night. So I'm not even bitter over it. Well, yeah, I'm kind of bitter over it because money's money. Money makes the world go round. But anyway, big Donald Trump couldn't really care what happened in that game last night because the day's what mattered. The meltdowns on Twitter, the meltdowns for CNN, the meltdowns for CBS or bloody MSN, whatever. I don't even know, man. They're all melting down. I'm watching it. It's brilliant. It's the real stuff. Batista and CM Punk will be crying into their soy milk. I walk alone through this pit of danger. Big Dave Batista, man. It's pathetic. But here, I still like their work in wrestling. I'm not going to be completely deranged and pretend that everything you've done because of your political beliefs sucks, like the left would do. But yeah, all the lefty wrestling fans on Twitter are having a meltdown over Jack Swagger being MAGA. I'm not surprised, to be honest. I'm probably going to go live on the wrestling channel later just to react to all the wrestling fans because they'll all be having a meltdown. They're all pathetic, man. It's like, oh, I can't believe you would vote for this guy. Oh, it's pathetic, man. It is. All right, Stevie, how you doing? Caleb, yeah, Ryback. But see, that's Exhibit A, right? Ryback's MAGA, but I don't like Ryback. You know what I mean? Just because someone votes a certain way doesn't mean you have to arse kiss them. I mean, Ryback in wrestling is mince. But here, I agree with his political beliefs, so big Ryback, yeah, big Ryback on the 6th. So let's see here. Trump's about to win Arizona, but it's done. It would be better if I did this live stream during the night, but I was in cuckoo land. Set my alarm for 6, woke up, checked the odds on Bet365. He's won to 150. I was like, well, Donald Trump's clearly won then. you can't lose if he won to 150. And that's what's happened. But yeah, I mean, election day special troops, morning stream, all that good stuff. But we're going to put up for a wee poll here about the Europa League. Too busy watching the light hoops last night, big man. Well, I was watching Leverkusen Liverpool on the TV, and then I had the Leipzig Celtic game on the laptop. But yeah, there's nothing there's nothing really to complain about for last night. You know, you can't no, you'd be lying to say Leipzig deserve anything. So is what it is. Olympiacos. How the hell do you spell Olympiacos, man? Olymp. The Greek. You know, I can't even be off spelling them. It's too early. The Greek jobbers. We'll go with draw and Rangers. How about those apples? Yeah. The Rangers released a new kit. We'll get into that in a minute. Lots of former Liberals are voting Trump because they're sick of woke nonsense. Yeah, absolutely. Hate giving Park and Coma money, but I'm getting that new strip. How much is the new strip? It looks very good. But see, they're fly bastards, man. They knew they had to hit this new strip at the park just to get people to buy it because how much of a mess the club's in. Yeah, tell you what, Rangers Football Club are very lucky that I'm in a good mood this morning because of, Trump. But it's like you watched last night, Celtic just scud at Leipzig. You know, see this whole, oh, but Celtic are shite in Europe and Rangers, the coefficient cup. That's going out the window, man. I couldn't care about Europe anymore. I couldn't. Yeah, it was nice getting to a Europa League final and some other moments in Europe, but domestic's the bread and butter. And even now, over the past few years, which we were better in Europe, that's out the window, folks. Leipzig's arse has clapped twice now in Glasgow. So big changes needed at Rangers Football Club. I made the fidge yesterday about Dessers and Tavernier. Will they be dropped? You can check that out after the stream ends, but I don't think they will be. I think there's more chance of Tav being dropped than Dessers, which sums up the state we're in. Right. Foot Kennyhing left wing. Well done, Trump. We are the people. 75 quid for the top. 75 quid's pushing it, isn't it? Might wait for it to go down. Still can't believe Rangers got the Europa League final a few years ago, considering how shit they are now. Absolutely. Couple of wee Rangers badges in there. But yeah, Kamala Harris, she's cancelled a wee press conference. Brilliant. Trump considered buying Rangers. I know. Tell you what, though, how drastically different could the world have played out? If Trump buys Rangers in 2012, Rangers could be on for 12 in a row, and he never probably goes into American politics. So imagine it. But in all seriousness, I don't know if 12 in a row would be on, but Trump's got money, folks. So it's all crazy hypotheticals talking about Trump winning 12 in a row, and yeah, he couldn't even win 2 in a row in politics. So even though I think there was some suspicious mail-in ballots in 2020, that's what we'll go into. But I mean, how many votes? Joe Biden, right, got 81 million votes the last time, right? 81 million votes. Kamala Harris has only got 65 million votes. That is 16 million difference. Now, there is still voting going on. Results going on. I mean, I get, is Kamala Harris a worse option than Joe Biden? Probably. But is she 16 million worse off than Biden? I don't know what's going on. Because it makes you think, right? If the last one was rigged, which, mail-in ballots, all that good stuff, then why wouldn't they just do the same with this one? Unless they think might not get away with it twice. That could be the logic. Greatest comeback in history. It was a decent wee comeback. Biden is a closeted MAGA. He put the hat on. He walked up Air Force One and was like fucking sayonara. So yeah, tomorrow's 9/11, as Joe Biden said. We've got 29 people watching this wee morning stream. How are we all doing? The Greek jobbers have got 50% of the vote. No one's voting for a draw. If the mail-in ballots were rigged in the US elections, what's your thoughts on the 2014 independence vote? Well, that was 55% to 45%. Honestly, I was like, 14, 13 when that happened. I can't really recall if was even how much, but then there was no pandemic in order to force through like a severe load of mail-in ballots. Here, see elections, you know, governments are corrupt. Maybe something happened, but I think 55-45 in favour of independence, or not in favour, sorry, to remain with the union. I think that was probably about right. I think that was about right. And you look at it now, I would say if you did a vote now, it would probably be closer to 60-40, to be honest. Because, well, I mean, I'd probably say it'd be more than that. I mean, the SNP's lost its entire stranglehold. It would probably be a lot closer to, I'd say it would swung the opposite way. I'd say it'd be. It depends. You'd need to see it. You need to see it. I mean, like 55, 45 in 2014, if they were to do it tomorrow, considering how much the SNP fell in the elections there, I mean, I'd say you'd probably maybe 75, 25. I mean, I said 60 about 3 seconds ago, but the more you think of it, like, do not back, I just do not see how the SNP would get it over the line. I mean, it's all good talking about independence and remain with the union, whatever, but it's got to go more than just ancient history. It's got to be what's better for the country right now. And fucking John Swinney running things, I don't know. I don't know about that. He couldn't run a bath. Not that Keir Starmer could, by the way. But see, I don't care. See politics here, man. I do not care about it. The American politics is where it's at. You know what I mean? Who gives a fuck about what's happening here? Nobody. Won the Trump. Was anyone at the fireworks? And I tell you what, Edinburgh, go mental. Trump wins. He's up to 276. Doesn't really matter. He could win. He could win a majority though in the House and the Senate. David Lammy called Trump a Nazi and now having to congratulate. It's pathetic, man. I was watching CNN earlier. The only reason I watched CNN is because they were greeting. And the guy, they were calling him a fascist. Oh, Florida's a Nazi fascist state and all this stuff. And then another guy said the only people, educated African Americans don't vote for Trump. And it's like, why can't, see Democrats, they always make it that the Republicans are racist, right? Despite the fact that they think if you're not white, so therefore a minority in America, you have to vote for Democrats, which is racist, and that's just racist in itself. People should be free thinking. You know what I mean? You should be able to vote for what you want. And the Hispanic vote for Trump, I believe they showed the graphic there. I think it was like 68% in 2020. 70% of Hispanics voted for Biden. I think it's down to 24% for Harris. So it just shows you how it can swing. But that's the Democrats. Democrats, man, they think they own. They think they literally own the minorities' vote. When I mean that's truly more racist than anything the Republicans have done. Anyway, right, Rangers. Should we talk about Rangers? I don't mind talking about the election, folks, but I know people are probably like, what's he talking about? Why are you talking about Rangers? Well, I'll tell you about Rangers. We're pretty shy at the minute. But yeah, it was good though, because in the weeks up to this, people's always been in my chat, oh, talk about the election. Well, here you go. Here's your election. Election special. Donald J. Trump with a victory. No two ways about it. Tell you what, he was decent. He was decent odds to win the popular vote 11-4, 10-3, bet 365. Let's talk about Stenhousemuir. What's going on in Stenhousemuir? What's going on? Where's Son of Scotland? He's away to work. This is my channel anyway. He wouldn't be on this live stream. He wouldn't be on this live stream. I don't have a Rangers badge. There's more fighting in each young team than there is in Rangers. Yep. What do we make of that head in Edinburgh, folks? Do we think there's a what's going on there? Was it a bus? Stenhousemuir is God's back garden. And his front one. Both. God's back garden. Can't beat Stenhousemuir. Your brother's analysis of Celtic is a joke, by the way. Here. Nah, I mean, he couldn't have been saying anything next. I've read the comments over on Fog Football. People were saying that his analysis was very fair. Here, I watched the game. Celtic deserved the win. There's no two ways about it. No chance it was a bus. Yeah. No, why it wasn't a bus. It's too clean a cut to be a bus. You know what I mean? And I just don't see how. And say it was a bus. Does the bus not stop? Does the bus? You know what I mean? Like, where was the rest of the body? If it was a bus, where's the rest of the body? How's a head just the only, like, or did the bus, did the head get stuck in the grill of the bus or the light? I don't know. It's nowhere near. No chance it was a bus. It was a bus with knives. Could have been. I mean, uh, like I've seen people say like buses don't even go through that part of Edinburgh. No, I can't confirm or deny that. Not too familiar with that bit of Edinburgh, but the people. I mean, if buses don't go through it, then that kind of completely. It's no. It was never a bus, man. Edinburgh's rough, fella. Steny is rotten. Single decker might have been Paul. Trump 2024. Billy cover up by Stammer. He's greeting, by the way, because he had to congratulate Trump. Bus with knives. Up the Donald, says Willie. Big Rangers badge. I need to add more stuff to the members, to the stuff, but we all know Rangers aren't going to win anything this year. What's the point? Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree with that. I don't think we're going to win anything. I mean, we're in a final that we're light years behind the team in it. I mean, look at Nicholas Kuhn, man. It is absolutely tragic. Nicholas Kuhn got signed for like 3-4 million. Rangers signed Cortez. Look at the difference. People can talk about the golf and money. It's how you spend it as well. And Rangers just haven't spent it correctly. The money has been squandered for too long. It's pathetic, man. How do you spend the amount of money that Rangers have spent and get considerably worse? It's actually almost pretty hard to do. Scary. Scary. Scary biscuits. Wisconsin. Well, Trump won Wisconsin. Easily still win a treble here. Let's not be too defeatist. Wally, I won't answer that, right? But I want you to explain why you still think a treble's on, and I'll answer that. I'll read it because I don't have anything to suggest it's on. But you let me know, and I'll read it. 15th in the coefficient Hearts. Rangers could bring us to. Yeah, we can move up the coefficient. Who did we move above last night? Greece, Switzerland. But see, we should see what Celtic have done in this campaign. Which, by the way, you look at the next 4 games. Talked about on Fog Football. I think top 8 is realistic. I mean, it'll be tough, but I mean, there's ever a chance to get top 8. It's now. With Hearts in the Conference League and with Rangers. All right, Rangers' Europa League is tough, and considering we're shite, that is extremely tough. But we should definitely be a top 10 league in Europe. We should be just based off the old firm alone. We should be top 10. So yeah, hopefully we can get back up. It's a miracle Rangers even stopped 10 in a row. Beat COVID. Very scary, but I would say it's the board mismanagement that's got using this position, hiring these sub-tier managers. That's it. Switzerland and Austria it was. Well, yeah, I agree. Pathetic. Right, Wally's here for the reasoning. In a League Cup final in a one-off game, anything can happen. Okay, right. So, anything can happen, right? Miracles can happen, but look at Celtic and look at us right now. One-off game, absolutely. If Rangers turn up and Celtic have an off day, we can absolutely win. But this team, this group of players can't beat Celtic. Like, they haven't done it. They literally haven't done it. So there's no evidence to suggest they're going to step up. Celtic, they went through a wee period there against Ross County and, Dortmund. It looked like, oh, is this a wee slippery period? Draw against Aberdeen. Well, they've just went and scored at Leipzig. I honestly, I would be absolutely flabbergasted if we won the League Cup. I mean, I'm fucking praying for it, but I just don't see it happening. I think our best chance is to sack Clement. Leipzig last night, right? We can say they were terrible, but the 3 games they lost previous were Atletico, Juventus, and Liverpool. I didn't watch any of those games, but they were close games. It was all like 2-1, 3-2, or 1-0. I mean, they're 3 games, teams that could have went either way based off the score. I watched the game last night. I thought Celtic would fold going 1-0 down. they actually got better in a high press game. I mean, compare the styles of football, man. Celtic are pressing a team that's sitting second in the Bundesliga. We are playing long balls up to serial dessers, in which our players are getting hamstring injuries like Lawrence because they're hoofing long balls up. It's fucking tragic, folks. Right, anyway, moving into the Scottish Cup. Here, you can say Scottish Cup's a one-off game, but there's a lot of rounds to get through. Do I trust this team in a away tie to Pataudry in the fourth round, and a away tie in the quarters against Kelly? No. And as for the league's fucking done. I'm not even going to entertain the league. You can talk about the New Year Old Firm, right? We'll be further behind than 9 points come the New Year Old Firm. I would say so. When was Scotland's highest UEFA rank in 2008? I would say a couple of years ago. We were, because Russia got excluded and we were doing really good with Europe. I'd say a couple of years ago we were sitting what, eighth and ninth. I'd say that was probably in the highest. Statistically, we are due a win. I'll give you that. For Rangers to win the treble would be a miracle, comparable to my old granny's teeth growing back. She's 94. That's true, Paul. I don't think there's going to be any wisdom teeth coming through there. Your midfield is the best in Scotland by miles. Well, you're saying our midfield, but I'm saying your midfield because certainly not Rangers' midfield. But yeah, I mean, Cal McGregor, I've always said the guy never steps up in Champions League nights. I thought he was pretty good last night. Same with Atati, Nicholas Kuhn. Uh, whatever happened there? We'll never understand why Rangers never signed Lewis Ferguson. Me and you too, buddy. I don't know. I don't know why we didn't. He would have been a part of that Rangers midfield for years to come. And instead, what have we got? Nada. Oh, Trump's talking about control of the Senate. Wow, that's good. China. Kuhn will go for 40 million. I've seen people saying that, i.e. Ryan McGinley. I was laughing at it yesterday. 40 million euros is a lot. He won't go for that. You know. Now, if he continues the form he's had up until now to next summer, I think he'll go for a similar fee to what O'Reilly went for. But I would just be shocked if he went for 40, you know. But here, oh, you only heard it for the first time, son. No, I seen the article. I can't remember. Is it Celtic State of Mind or? Well, if anyone knows Ryan McGinley, he put it up on Twitter saying that forget about 10 million. Celtic should be asking for 40. Remember when they said Morelos would go to China for 30? Yeah, weirder things have happened. I'd take Morelos going to China for 30 million right now. That's another thing. Like, who have Rangers got going for like 30 million now? No one. No one. Just us. What was that quote from? Sons of Anarchy, season 3, episode 10. Bane. There you go. There's that quote was from. Liam O'Neill, as he was tied up in some warehouse down at the docks in Belfast. If you know, you know. If you don't, get to know. If Kuhn gets Celtic top 8 in the Champions League and Kuhn is man of the match in most of the games, we should demand more than O'Reilly. Ron Perlman won't be happy. Oh, Ron Perlman. Ron fucking Perlman. He'll be Brian Cranston. He'll be greeting into his blue meth that's turned red. Ron Perlman will be greeting. I mean, everyone that's on the P Diddy list will be greeting. Yo, I love Trump, right? Don't get me wrong, but I think what makes it better is the fucking meltdown. Is the absolute meltdown from the left. See if they were normal, right? I wouldn't feel that. It would feel good. Don't get me wrong. But it's the left, like they're screaming, like they're on their knees outside the White House. They're screaming up into the air. It's brilliant. It's some good entertainment. But how could Ron Perlman, right, play like the most American right wing guy in Sons of Anarchy, right? And Clay Morrow. Now I know in Sons of Anarchy they're not. I mean, Jax Teller said in season 6 we like ours, a little bit slanted to the right. But how can he play a guy like that, like an American, and then come out with some of the stuff that he's come out with recently in recent years? Big Ron Perlman, big Clay Morrow, Clay Terrence Morrow, man. Clarence Morrow, what happened? Brian Cranston isn't the worst, but it's like him and Batista though. They're and CM Punk. They're walking around with like a uterus, is it like on a t-shirt? To me, that's weird behaviour for people. I mean, especially Brian Cranston. We're talking about a guy at 70 here, rocking around with a uterus t-shirt on. What the fuck's that about? You know what I mean? I am the one who knocks. Fucking, how about you reel that in, Brian? It's weird behaviour, son. Should be worried about Glasgow Rangers. Here, I've worried enough about Rangers. Stephen McDonald. If I want to talk about Donald Trump, this is my channel, son. Can you smell what Trump is cooking? MAGA. Batista cheated on his wife while she had cancer and was pretending to be a fit. Yeah, exactly, man. Even read about it in his book. He's like, yeah, I know she had cancer, but she could at least clean up around the house. That's wrong, man. Yeah, his wife had cancer. He cheated on her, and he was complaining that she couldn't clean up around the house. I mean, that's disgusting for Dave Batista. And to like, let's see here. All this talk about Rangers are they can win the league. Bigger question is they can finish second. We'll have to wait and see, folks, won't we? I mean, if Aberdeen collapse, I mean, I still expect Aberdeen to collapse, but will Rangers be But that's it. See if Rangers get second. I'm not going to pretend this is a great season. I feel like if Rangers claw it back, Philip Clement's going to come out in May, April time. Oh, look, we were doing a hole there. We've clawed it back and we've beat the mighty Aberdeen. That's what I feel like's coming, man. Absolutely scary. I wish Rock had endorsed Trump. He's obviously MAGA. Did I already read that? I can't even remember. I've got a head like a sieve, but yeah, The Rock endorsed Biden last time, but he's come out since then and said, yeah, I got that horribly wrong. My shares in Take Two Interactive McDonald's went up $300 after this election already. I might need to get into some shares. What website do you use, Hutchie? I might need to look into that myself instead of gambling, because that doesn't fucking get. Well, I mean, it is gambling at the end of the day, but trading 212. Thank you. I'll look into that. Might go for a Big Mac today to celebrate Trump's victory. Absolutely. Here, America. He'll stop all these wars, I'm telling you. Donald Trump. He'll stop all these wars. Even if he doesn't stop the wars, right? Which I think he will. I think he'll make a big dent into that, which is obviously good. You don't want people dying across the globe because Biden couldn't run a bath. I think he will at least try if he can. But what is Biden? It's pathetic though. I've seen like Zelensky. That guy just gets down on his hands and knees to anybody for a briefcase full of money. He was straight in there. Oh, Donald Trump, thank you, son. Can't wait to meet up again. Gotta love a fantasy. Rangers need a total implosion of Aberdeen to get anywhere near second. Yeah, but Aberdeen can get near second. Yo, I know Trump doesn't theoretically have the power to stop the wars, but I think he's like he's a businessman. He'll be on the ground telling Putin what to do. He'll be on the ground telling the Middle East what to do. Celtic are getting better and better, and Rangers are getting worse. Rangers radio said they can win the league, and you should keep Big Phil, or they dilute it. I've got people in this chat saying the same. But the only way, see if you think Rangers can win this league, Clement has to go. If you think we can win the league with Clement, then I would agree that is delusion, right? That is absolutely delusion. Deluded juice. Did you hear that Rockstar took out transphobic jokes in GTA 5 update? GTA 6 will be pish. Yeah, I've already said that about GTA 6. I reacted to the trailer about a year ago, which is mad that that's like a year ago, isn't it? It just looked woke to me. It just like see the GTA 5 trailer. They were clearly painting like a story. You could like, oh, welcome back, man. And the songs you had like the heist. You had it's like my psychotic best friend shows up out of nowhere, and the whole stuff about 10 years ago, and like oh we did this 10 years ago, the heist. Like there was a story being painted in the GTA 5 trailer. See the GTA 6 trailer. It was just a bunch of people, fat people, shaking their arse, you know, monster trucks with mud covered on them, and the Jason guy looking in the back seat of the car like that. What the fuck's that then? For me, nothing. I think GTA is going to be shit. I'll stick to the old ones, thank you. Celtic women could win the league for here on. They could. I don't care about the women's football though. And that's the bottom line because I said so. That's why it's radio. You don't see the faces hiding when it all comes falling down. I've never tuned into the Rangers radio to be honest. Have you seen that new Dragon Age game? It's set in medieval times and they get angry about misgendering. Well, see, that's just a. I mean, yeah, because it was happening then when there was dragons, weren't there? The dragons floating about, big man. We want to have borders. Real American. The Greek jobbers, what they're doing in the poll, 68%. Pretty good. What are Rangers doing though? 12% up to 80, 20% Rangers. Tell you what though, I love the man. Maybe I was listening to him like in the 2015. It was like the Republican committee debate. He was going through Jeb Bush, and you can clearly see that Trump's had a decline since then. But it's only natural, man. I mean, the guy's 78. You know what I mean? You've been out playing on your motorbike without a helmet on today. Fun fact, folks, I can't ride a bike. Not afraid to admit that. Well, I can actually, but only till very recently. Something to do with balance, you know. Something to do with balance. 46 years. Who are Hearts playing on Thursday? Heidenheim at home. See what I did there? See what I did there? You're bashed. I don't need your bashed. Losers whine about their bashed. Winners go home and fuck the prom queen. The walk. The walk. The walk. Need to watch The Rock. It's been a while since I watched The Rock. You're bashed. Maybe some female. Stevie, you love the man. Olympiakos. Yes, it's Olympiakos. Olympiakos. That's why I called them the Greek jobbers because I actually just forgot how to spell them. So yeah, I still think I predicted 3-1 Olympiakos. I mean, maybe when the players hear that Europa night, Stevie, come and get a job. Big Stevie, don't you worry about Stevie's jobs, all right? The Rangers' Hearts and Kilmarnock are all cut for the same cloth. What cloth would that be? What cloth would that be? Let me know. Right, everybody, we went 33 minutes. I'm actually surprised I went 33 minutes because I'm fucking wrecked. The right wing cloth, lol. Yeah, I think a lot of people fall into that in this chat. Did they not win the Conference Olympics? They did. Olympiacos won the Conference League. Let's see here. Jailed for posting memes now. It's a joke. It's a joke. Tell you what, my leg has got absolute cramp, man. Oh, so I'm sitting here. That was agony. And you're started greeting there. Nah, don't greet. Greetings for losers. Right. Your Rangers badge in there just to let everybody know that I mean business. But how we all doing? How we all doing? Right, we'll end this poll. So to sum it up, Olympiacos got 72% of the poll, 71. 17% for Rangers, which is really low, 10% draw. If Rangers finish second this year, will it be a morale victory? It may as well be. I'm going to start a poll here. Are you happy with the election? I can't wait to see like Kane and Undertaker's reaction. I can't wait for that. Hulk Hogan as well. You know, the true stars of yesteryear. We grew up watching them. How fucking great. Joe Rogan's on screen. This is like 607 all over again for Rangers. Best they can hope for is second and an old firm win. Yeah, but the reality is back then, like Le Glen, and it's like obviously with hindsight, you know, like after it, yeah, things got better. I mean, as a guy, you can't guarantee. That's a good thing about hind. I mean, what does the future hold? We know the only good thing is like I know I'm guaranteed 4 years of Trump here. You know, Invincible season incoming. Wouldn't be surprised. I mean, Invincible seasons are tough. They are, but what helps an Invincible season is a weaker old firm opponent. You know that helped Rangers a couple of years ago. It helped Celtic when they did it. Um, so we'll see how it goes. Like, but you know, if you're up against a strong opponent in the league, an Invincible season is going to be hot, especially here when you play 4 times a season. You know, and if Aberdeen continue their form and they're good at Pataudry, if they can put if they can do what they did at Parkhead in the league at Pataudry, Aberdeen can beat Celtic. I do think that, but you know, if Celtic turn up to anywhere near what they did at Hampden, Aberdeen don't have a fucking chance. Um, roll on the 15th of December, absolutely. I'll be there. Bells on. Um, just Rangers are awful too. I'm dreading this game tomorrow. I'm dreading the game on Sunday. Being there, fucking watching it in the flesh. Big Phil boring the tits off me. Just brutal. Because they don't ride like that anymore. You done it in the league, not the entire domestic season. Well, yeah, that is true, but here, well, obviously, it's fucking tougher to do it across the board. Um, it shows how much worse the standard is now that we've had 2 invincible seasons within 4 years of each other. I agree, it does. You know, and that's not taking credit away for the teams that have done it, but you're right. You know, it's not. It shouldn't just be down to the other team. At least this season, you do have Aberdeen up there, but it's pathetic when teams do invincible seasons. Like people always talk about Arsenal, right? Oh, Arsenal's was shite. Arsenal's was shite, but I mean, Arsenal did it in the Premier League. You know what I mean? Troops against some really good fucking teams. It's like it'll never be done in the Premier League again. That's why it was mighty impressive when like City and Liverpool finished on like was it 97 and 96 points. Um, yeah, I know Arsenal did draw 12 league games in 03-04, but that'll always be remembered. Like how many points did they finish on? How many points did Arsenal finish on that season? So like eight. Hold on, 12. Hold on, 28, 90. I so I was about to add that 78, and then add your 12. So I mean, 90 points is a great league total in the Premier League. Um, yeah, and that's it. Yeah, Chelsea only did lose one league game in 04-05. They only conceded like what 11 goals. It's how you look at it, right? Who had the better season, Chelsea or Arsenal? When you look at it, like, I mean, what's better, Invincible or finishing on more points, conceding a lot less goals? 15 conceded. Sorry, I knew it was a really low number, but it's if buts at the end of the day. Like two great teams, but for me, I think the Invincibles is just a better team. Not that the Chelsea team was awful. I just think Mourinho I think Mourinho was just better at getting a tune out of a worse team. Um, so yeah, big. But yeah, Terry Henry and Bergkamp, man, can't really, and fucking Perez and all the Emmons, can't really complain about that. Whereas all the Rangers penalties gone, Big Tav struggling without them. Yes, isn't he? The numbers are drying up. Arsenal were better to watch, but Chelsea were stronger overall. Well, that's probably the fair. Serious question, Stevie. Have you heard the Epstein interview tapes and how close he was to your man, Donny? Well, Donald Trump and Epstein have clearly had pictures together, right? Absolutely. There's no taking that away, right? I mean, obviously, whatever happened to him in jail happened to him in jail. But let's be honest here, with the left wing and how they have got a stranglehold on the media, is see if there was anything concrete on Trump to do with Epstein, it would be it. It would be it. You know, it would be it. I'm not. It would be it. I think we all know that. The Greek jobbers and the yeah, beer guy. I forgot how to spell them. Tell you what, beer guy. I might do a stream later on Fog Wrestling, reacting to all the wrestlers, reacting to the election news, because it is going to be. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. Big Dave, but actually, fuck, I can't go on Twitter on this laptop. I shite that. Go on my phone though. Big Dave Batista. Is CM Punk actually come out and endorsed Kamala Harris? I don't think he did. Someone said about Joe. You said about you're disappointed about Joe Rogan. He did come out rather late, didn't he? See, I've seen this. Chris put up, some guy called Chris put up on Twitter, when Trump removes the term limit and it's Obama versus Trump in 2028, 20 years in the making, and it is The Rock versus Stone Cold Steve Austin, WrestleMania 19, crack addict. How great's that? Can't show it obviously because of copyright, but if you know the promo, they'll all be greeting. You'll all be greeting, apart from Undertaker and Kane, the Undertaker and Kane. Yeah, well, Chris Jericho loves Trump. I mean, there's a lot of people that like Trump. A lot of people in the wrestling business just won't come out and accept. Right, Celtic Soul, is that the route you want to go down, son? At 55 minutes past 11, about, oh, you can't say anything about child abuse at Celtic while you support Epstein's best friend. Let's just put the cards on the table here, right? Trump has never been proven of anything to do with Epstein, right? Celtic have. So let's just, I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going to point score about child abuse here because it's sick. So let's just leave it there, all right? He's convicted. Celtic, so you don't have a fuck. If he was convicted of that, he wouldn't be in here, all right? Look, and then you name a few people that have been convicted in at Rangers. Well done to you. It's all sick. Doesn't matter what fucking club you support or we're employed at, mate. You know what I mean? Point scoring over it's not going to get anyone anywhere. Rather have Trump than another career politician. That's it. People relate to Trump. Wrestling fans are left wing. MMA fans are right wing. Well, I don't like MMA, I'll be honest, but I do like Dana White and. But I don't like wrestling. Don't get it twisted, folks. I used to like the old wrestling. I used to like the old wrestling. This new wrestling's shite. I mean, look at all the old guys, right? Like Stone Cold Steve Austin. You try to tell me Stone Cold Steve Austin yesterday rocked up with his knee brace on, his fucking leather jacket, and voted for Kamala Harris? Not a chance. The Celtic Soul guys lost the plot. Thank you. I love the 80s wrestling, bit of characters. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I mean, but yeah, Stone Cold Steve Austin, he's rocking up on his ATV or his SUV or his pickup truck. He's going to vote for Kamala. Not a chance, man. An Undertaker. I mean, but John Bradshaw Layfield. Anyone remembers JBL? He actually voted for Gerald Briscoe. If you know who Gerald Briscoe is, then fucking first salute to you. But he walked up and ripped Gerald Briscoe and walked out. Like that's pathetic. That's a waste of a vote. That's just because he didn't want to upset people. See these people though that are like, oh, whatever you do, make sure you go and vote. It's like just shut up. Don't tell people to vote. Just tell people who you voted for. It's Cardus. He said he was voting. Well, I knew he was voting for Trump anyway. He liked all the stuff that he did. Again, you're talking about Vince McMahon, right? Celtic Soul, never convicted of anything. Not been found guilty on it. Yeah. Here, he could be. But as of right now, I'm not going to throw him under the bus. Yeah, he was. the good odds, good odds. I've requested that you reviewed Fully Loaded 2000 on the Fog Wrestling channel. Hope you do. Yeah, we'll get around to it. We're currently reviewing like Ruthless Aggression. Fully Loaded 2000. What were the matches at that? Rikishi, Foul Phoenix, and not Hell in a Cell, Steel Cage. I can't remember the other ones. Right, Celtic Soul, mate. You are going off on one. Macho Man versus Honky Tonk Man, first seen on ITV instead of Big Daddy, one Saturday afternoon. Yeah, Celtic Soul is a loony, like. He is an absolute loony. Triple main event. Yeah, was that Triple H Benoit? Who else was it? Was it Triple H Benoit? Chris Benoit. Was it The Rock against Undertaker at Fully Loaded 2000? Or was it The Rock against Kurt Angle? He's a white dude for Harris. It looks that way. But yeah, right. I think we're going to end it. I've went 45 minutes. That's a lot longer than I thought I would, everybody. But hopefully everyone has a good day. Check out the videos across the channels today. Fog Football. And if you want to check out Fog Wrestling, Benoit, Rock, Triple H, Jericho, Last Man Standing. Absolutely. That was a good wee feud Jericho and Triple H had in 2000 with Jericho winning the belt and then giving it back then at the same night. What's happened with you the Aberdeen season? Are you scrapped? No, it's still going. We just we'll get some done tonight, hopefully. But we'll see how it goes. Anyway, we'll be back across the channels today. I'll be back later. I'll probably do a match preview for Olympiacos, but YMCA came on brilliant. But yeah, to sum it up, are you happy with the election? If people don't care about the election, I'm not going to judge it. You buying the new top? I might buy it. But yeah, 86% are happy with that election. Which is good to see. Good to see. Peace. MAGA. Your best.